Hey, everybody, it's Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. Welcome to today's show for June the 15th, Monday, June the 15th, 2020. How are you guys doing? Bruce is live with you today from Creston, British Columbia. As usual, I hope you're having a good day today. I hope you had a good weekend. Here in good old Creston, let me tell you, it's yucky. It's just yucky out. We're not getting that a real nice. We're not getting that real nice summer weather right now. Not at all. We are still suffering here through this really kind of springy, kind of rainy, showery 60s for the highs, mid 50s for the highs. We're not getting the heat. We're not getting the sunshine. We're supposed to wait another week, they say. This is June 15th. June 22nd. We're waiting for summer to start. My God. Insane. But what can I tell you? The good news is I don't have to put on the air conditioner here. But I will tell you, the other night, about 3 nights ago, we heard the furnace go on. June, whatever it was, the furnace kicked in. I couldn't believe it. Cheers to all of you from TWB. Nice to have you here. I'm glad you could join us. Fantastic. I have made a notification here just to kind of start the show, just so you know. There's a little announcement here. See if I get that right. I have a new YouTube channel. Most of you know about it, but in case you don't, I have a new YouTube channel called Stock Markets with Bruce, where I talk about the markets and what's going on out there. I talk about how in the old days when I was a stockbroker back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s, I talk about then versus now. Put a little perspective on things. I used to be a stockbroker, and then I was a branch manager, then I became a vice president. Eventually, I took a company public and was a president of a publicly traded company for a while. Then I moved to the Cayman Islands, and I was an offshore asset manager there for a while. I've had all kinds of experience with the market from different angles, and I thought, why don't you make a channel about it? Talk about what it is you know. Talk about what it is you've forgotten more than you remember. Talk about the market and compare what's happening today versus then, and help those out there who are wondering, what does that mean? When a stock does that, what does that mean? What does this mean? Well, that's what I'll be doing. So I'll be helping a lot of folks out there trying to figure out what the heck is going on and why does it happen and what does it mean to me and all that stuff. So if you have an interest, check me out on the Stock Market with Bruce. The link is there. It should be down below here in the description, and would love to have you join me there. We already have, the channel is only 5 days old, or is it 4 days old? 5 days old? We have 5 videos. I got 5 videos up now. I just did one today again. And we've got 340 subscribers already. It's fantastic. It's just great. It took this channel that you're watching right here for me to do 340 subscribers. It took me 6 months. The second channel, it took me 5 days. That's the difference. Of course, this channel, 55,700 plus subscribers. Welcome all of you out there. Those of you who are watching me, I appreciate it. You're watching me from around the world. Say hi to me out there, folks. Tell me, where are you watching me from? Tell me where you are. What's your high temperature today? What's the price of gas where you live? Let me in on that. Let me go over the comments here. Actually, let me just get rid of this banner. Again, thank you for finding me on Stock Markets with Bruce. Here we go. I got the comments coming up in front of me now so I can see who's here and say hi to you guys. Give you some news on what I'm hearing out there, what's been going on. I did do a video on this channel earlier today talking about a number of different things going on. Of course, the continual the continual battle to get crews home is still underway. I think a month ago there were 110,000 crew members on board ships. Maybe 3 months ago there would have been about 300,000. Even today there are still 40+ thousand that are still trying to get home. I do know though of about probably 40,000 that are there are still about 40,000 on ships in the Philippines. The ships are just sitting there waiting their turn to be able to offload. So we'll see. Anyway, Carnival, I talked about that today. I talked also about how Virgin has launched its second ship, the Valiant Lady. She hit the water a couple days ago, and that now all the interior work is being done on the number 2 ship for Virgin Voyages, and so that will be a nice addition to that ship line. Eventually, they'll have 4 ships. What else was I going to talk about here? Oh, I was talking today about where all the cruise ships are in the world. If you get a chance to watch my video today, you'll see all the. I put together a bunch of maps from Cruise Mapper, and you'll be able to see where every cruise ship is from all the different brands and what they're doing and stuff. So I hope you find it interesting. And then I talked about Costa Cruise Lines, Carnival owned. They sold off one of their oldest ships in the fleet, and it was built in '96. And the buyer is a shipyard in Italy, the shipyard that does dry dock work and builds ships. They are apparently going to use this ship as a hotel ship, a floating hotel ship, so that when a cruise ship comes in for a dry dock, and they've got 1,500 crew, 500 crew, whatever the number is, instead of the crew staying on the ship that's being worked on with all the chemicals and dust and noise and everything, they're going to transfer the crews off the ship, and rather than take them to a land hotel or a series of hotels, they'll just transfer them on this ship right here. This ship that they had acquired, will handle 2,400 people at a time. So there won't be any cruise ship they can't handle with regard to crew. So they'll take the crew, put them on board, and they'll have the restaurants going. They'll have all the amenities going. Everyone will get a balcony room or whatever. And they can then do the dry dock on the other ship. When that dry dock is done, they can take these folks off of this ship, transfer them back onto their ship, and off they go. All is well. So I don't know what they paid for the ship. I do know the ship cost $390 million to build back in '96. What the ship was sold for, I don't know. But something tells me that Costa, Carnival, they're looking at their oldest ships very closely now to determine which of these ships will be maintained, kept, and let go. And it sounds to me like that there might be more across the line, let go. So we'll see what happens. So that's the latest on Costa. And then the last piece of news I did today on my video was about TUI, a TUI group based out of Hanover, Germany, the world's largest leisure travel company. I didn't even know this. Of course, had no reason to really know it, but TUI Group owns 150 aircraft. They own 380 hotels and resorts around the world. They own 16 cruise ships. They have 1,600 travel agencies all over the world, mainly Europe and the UK. And this is how they're able to fill 150 airplanes with tourists, charter tourists from 1,600 offices, with all of their 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 travel agents per office. You can imagine an army of 10,000 travel agents filling up these 150 airplanes that fly to these various cities around the world, to these 380 resorts, to the port cities where the 16 different cruise ships are, and get them on cruises, get them on all-inclusive vacations, you name it. They have river cruise ships and everything else. Anyway, I did a story on them today because they announced that they're still shut down until July the 10th now because of the virus, and that their river cruising is done until November of this year in Europe. So there will be no TUI river cruising until November, which essentially shuts off the summer and fall season, obviously. And they also run the Mein Schiff cruise ships and Marella Cruise Line. They handle those sailings, and those ships are down until at least August and beyond. From what I'm hearing from other cruise lines, Mediterranean cruises out of towards Norway, the British Isles, not happening for virtually the entire summer. I can't see it happening in the fall either. The other news that is happening out there, those of you who are watching your televisions, you're probably noticing this more and more and more. The virus, the spread of the virus. As we are speaking now on June 15th, the numbers of cases are dropping dramatically in New York State, New Jersey, and the Northeast U.S. Unfortunately, they're rising dramatically now in Florida, in Texas, California, Arizona, and other Southeast states. They were much looser there regarding lockdowns, and they were much quicker to open up again their economies. And they are now beginning to pay a price for this because the social distancing just isn't being adhered to. People aren't wearing their masks, and the hospitalization numbers are the ones that are the alarming numbers. The certain hospitals in the Houston district are becoming quite crowded with patients, and they're coming. They keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. This is bad news for the cruise lines because if Texas cannot control the outbreak, that means Galveston is not going to be opened up for cruising. If Louisiana can't control it, forget New Orleans cruising. Mobile, Alabama, if Alabama can't control it. Florida, forget Tampa, forget Miami, forget Fort Lauderdale, forget Port Canaveral, forget Jacksonville. There won't be any cruises in and out of Florida. No cruises in and out of Florida. 13 million a year, 13 million passengers a year cruise through Florida. Goodbye for that market. Cruise lines will take their ships elsewhere. They will go elsewhere where they can sail. If the USA can't get its act together as a nation to stop this virus and control it, the cruise ships have no choice but to sail out of somewhere else. They're not coming to Canada, I can tell you that, because we won't let them in until at least November of this year, which means they won't be coming here till next spring, because nobody comes to Canada in November, December, and January, February to go cruising anyway. And so cruise lines might be out of North America, virtually all of North America, for the balance of 2020 and 2021, the way this is going. And I have predicted 2022 as a possibility before we see cruising again, because it might take that long for a virus to be developed and implemented. But the problem with the virus, folks, you know this, I've heard this, we've talked about this. There are the anti-vaxxers out there. There are people known as anti-vaxxers who don't believe in vaccines. They think it's a hoax. The problem with this virus is it doesn't care. It doesn't care whether you believe in anything. If it can find a way into your body, it will get there and have a lovely time of it. And if a certain population, a certain percentage of North Americans will not take the vaccine when it's available to them, this virus will not be eradicated. And if it's not eradicated, it will always be with us. And that means the most vulnerable amongst us, and that would be those with pre-existing conditions, those who have weight problems, those who have diabetes, those who are elderly, all of those people, which make up a huge percentage of North Americans, are going to be vulnerable to this virus in a bad way. You might get it, you might recover from it, but the recovery will be long, painful, and you'll have lingering health issues even after you're over it. Whereas if you're strong and young and healthy, you might be able to power through it. The problem is that young, strong, and healthy people are not the core of the cruising market. The core cruiser is 50 and older, well, better off. I mean, they're not unemployed. Cruisers are hardly unemployed. If they are unemployed, it's because they're retired and they can afford not to be working. The cruise market could be really hurt by this for a long time. So, folks, if your governor in your state is reopening with a vengeance for political reasons, that might get the governor reelected with their core, with their base, but it might kill off the ability for cruising to return to that state and or international airplane rides in and out of there, and tourism from abroad. And it's a short-term gain for a long-term pain, but, try and tell that to someone who's focused on one thing and one thing only. I want to get reelected. I don't care what the consequences are. Well, you're gonna play that game. You're gonna pay the price to play that game. And unfortunately, the chips you're using aren't yours. They're chips of others. And what can I say? It is what it is, and I can't control it. I can only report what I see and I hear, and hate to be the bearer of bad news. But there you have it. Gregory Toomer, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. So there you have it. There's some of the latest news out of the cruise world. Like I said, Carnival trying to get 26,000 more crew members home. They've already returned 20,000 of their crew members. They have 26,000 more to return. In the video I made today, I was showing maps from Cruise Mapper where the cruise ships of the world are right now. And in there, I was showing off where Carnival ships are. 4 Carnival ships are sailing into India. They're probably now 1 or 2 days away from arriving. And I would not be surprised if over 10,000 crew members on those ships are from India being returned and repatriated. As I'm speaking to you now, the Philippines still have 21 ships in the harbor, 5 ships just outside the harbor. There's got to be 40, 50,000 Filipinos still on cruise ships being offloaded. It's a huge job. It's still going to take another month. And so cruise lines around the world are doing one thing. They are powering down their operations. We want to go cruising. We can't wait to go on a cruise, but the cruise lines know there will be no cruising out of the United States or Canada for probably the rest of this year and into 2021. They know there'll be 0 cruising in the Mediterranean, 0 in Northern Europe. That leaves the Middle East and maybe Asia. There's no cruising in Australia, New Zealand until at least the fall at this moment, and that's subject to cancellation. Cruise lines know they're not going to be in business for this year. And they probably won't be in business until sometime 2021 if they're lucky. And that means these crew members are being taken home because if you're trying to offload, in the case of Carnival, 26,000 crew members, you're feeding them right now 3 times a day. You got to feed them. You gotta keep the water running. You got to keep the laundry services going. You got to keep the air conditioning going. You got to keep them healthy because you don't want them to get sick on board these ships. The doctors and nurses are working to keep everyone healthy. They're trying to keep their crews motivated enough not to, give up on themselves and get them home because it's money and it's morale. And the cruise lines want these crew members to get home to their families and at least be in a comfortable surrounding. And when they can bring them back, they will bring them back. The good news is when they do want to bring them back, they'll likely be able to fly them back fairly quickly to their ships. And so with the airlines up and running again, whenever that day comes, crew members can be flown from all these countries to any cruise ship anywhere. And within 24, 48 hours, most crew members can be brought from wherever they are from to their ship's assignment within 2 days, and they're back to work. And so that will be an easy power up compared to what's going on right now, trying to get these people home and get them to their families. Unbelievable. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, those of you who've been sponsoring my channel through sponsor memberships and joining me on Monday nights at 7 o'clock, an hour before this show for the sponsor hangout show. I really appreciate those of you who are doing that. A number of you watch me live. A number of you watch me just on a rerun. I really appreciate that. Thanks to those of you who are picking up items on the RedBubble store, Traveling with Bruce, TWB items, the coffee mugs and the COVID masks. I'm waiting for mine to arrive. I'm hoping they'll arrive this week in the mail. I know people have been getting their COVID masks. I've been getting reports from you guys. Those of you who like to hang out with us on this show and on this channel, I invite you to join me on my Facebook group page. Traveling with Bruce has a Facebook group page. It's spelled just like you see here, Traveling with Bruce with 2 L's. Head over to Facebook, do a search for Traveling with Bruce. You'll find the page. Ask to join. I'll let you in. I'm the administrator of the site. And join the others. I think we are now almost at 5,000. We are at like 4,900 and something. I think this week we will break 5,000 followers on Facebook for TWB. Wonderful. Folks post all kinds of information there about information they're hearing from the cruises, the cruise lines, their travel agents, whatever they're hearing from them. People are sharing photos and videos of cruises they've been on, some of the favorite ships they've ever been on. It's fantastic. And I welcome all of you with open arms to come on over there and join that. Also, those of you who are joining me on me and Jennifer, or Jennifer and I guess I should say, on Instagram. Jennifer's handling the Instagram page and she does announcements for the channel. there. And if you want to follow what's going on there, by all means, join and follow me on Instagram. And of course, as I say it again, we have a new channel. I have a second YouTube channel now called Stock Markets with Bruce. Just launched it 4 or 5 days ago. We're now at 340 subscribers already, where I talk about the stock markets and what's going on in an investment world and try to explain to you what's happening out there. And welcome all of you participating there. I will be going live on that channel next week or two. I haven't decided yet when that's going to start. I have to work out some logistical things there, but I will be doing a live show, certainly one a week for sure, for followers of the Stock Markets with Bruce. So if you join that channel as a subscriber and you hit the bell notification icon, a little thing that looks like a bell, you'll get alerts every time I do a video and when I announce a live show. So join me there if you can, and we'll have some fun there too. All right. Thank you, all of you who are here. This is great. A bunch of you are here. I see Carol Fassett here. Josh Cummings is here. Welcome, you guys. John LeBeau, welcome. Brittany is here. I've got Blue Rose is here. There's Rob Slevin. Brittany again. Jan is here, a new sponsor member that just joined us. Thank you. Carol is here. Let me just see, who else have I got here? I've got, let me just gonna go through this. Here we go. Tamara is here. Thank you for being here, Tamara, with me today. Sean C., another brand new sponsor member, just joined this past week. Welcome to the regular show. Nice to have you here as well. Michelle is here. Hi, Michelle. Hello from California. How you doing? Tamara is here saying hi, Jan. Carol is here. Who else have we got? See how many thumbs ups we can get today. Everyone's wondering how many we can get today. Nick B is here. Good evening, Bruce. Thank you, Nick, for being here. If you can, folks, throw me a thumbs up for this live show. It'll help the momentum of the show, bring more viewers in, brings more viewers into the station and the channel. If you can give thumbs ups whenever I do a video or drop me a comment, that helps as well with the analytics. It really is great. Sean is saying it's a balmy 88 here in Rockland, California. Man, I wish it was that here. It's about 55 here right now. Not great. Oh, what can I say? Who else is here? Tom Henry here, another sponsor member. Hey, Tom. John Hunaday. Hi, Bruce. We are new from Montebello. Welcome from Montebello. That's Canada? Welcome to the show. That must be, is that Quebec? I'm wondering. Welcome, John, to the show. I'm glad you could find me. This is great. KM Harris. Hi from New York City. Oh, another Big Apple follower. This is beautiful. I love that. Kate, greetings from Florida. Welcome, Kate, from Florida. Donnell is here from Cork, Ireland. Buddy, how you doing? I know it's late for you. Nice to see you. Love that shirt of yours, the Sextant logo on there. I love that TWB shirt you got. Blue Rose, hi, Bruce. Timothy Johnson, hey, how you doing? Wanda, hello, Bruce. Brittany, 3 days till I get married. Way to go, Brittany. Way to go. Congratulations. Ray, good evening, Bruce, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ray, welcome, and I'm glad you made it. I've got Kirk here. Hi, Bruce. Great sponsor show. Thank you, sir. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Nikki Singleton, 77 and beautiful here in Jacksonville, Florida. Fantastic. Andrew is here. Welcome, sir. Spy Team, congratulations, Brittany. Matthew, hello from New Jersey. How you doing, buddy? Welcome from the Garden State. Margie Butcher, hiya from Arizona, Bruce. 108 here now. Yes, that weather is there, but the summer weather isn't here. We should be in the high 70s, low 80s. We're not even close. What can I say? Rob Slevin, congratulations, Brittany. Jan, congrats, Brittany. How exciting. Flapstone Aviation, hi, Bruce. How you guys doing? Kathy Knapp would have left today on the Navigator, but no cruise on the Navigator. Mickey Mouse, my spirit animal sponsor member, is in the house. Good evening, Bruce and TW family from New York City. Sorry I missed the sponsor show. You'll catch the rerun, no problem. Welcome, buddy. Wanda, congratulations, Brittany. Emily, our governor here in New York, just told us that we can now hang out in groups of 20 as opposed to 10. Very interesting. Hopefully you'll still social distance. John, hi, Bruce. First time for us on your chat from Montebello, California. Montebello. I thought there was a Montebello or something like that in Quebec in Canada. I apologize if I messed it up, but welcome, John and Liliana from California. I used to live in California, Palm Desert. I miss it terribly. Nice to have you here. Terry Gallant. Hi, Bruce. It is still 20 Celsius in French Lake, New Brunswick. Gas is about $2.50 US a gallon here. Right on. We're here in Creston. It's gas here is about $1.10 a liter Canadian. So you need 3.7 liters to get a US gallon. So that puts us at about 4 Canadian dollars for a US gallon. You convert that back to American and you're at about 3. So we're about 3 US a gallon, 3.10 US a gallon for gas here. We pay an outrageous price. Flaps down. We should get Bruce to 350 thumbs ups today. First 2 minutes and 22 thumbs ups. I think we can manage it. Folks, that would be great if you can throw me thumbs ups. I know Jan will give me updates. I'll keep an eye on my phone. Jan, let me know how we're doing on the thumbs ups today. We got 150 folks here now, so hopefully we get some traction going. Trish, hi from Connecticut. Trish, how you doing? Emily, 81 says, Jan, 81 right now. Right on, you guys. Emily, wow, Bruce, you are a smart guy. Well, some people call me a smart aleck. Then they call me smart something else. Hi, John from Jan. Fantastic. Gregory, there's the super sticker from Gregory. Thank you very much for that, my friend. I do appreciate that. Thank you for all your support, all of you for supporting my channel any way you can. I love it. KM Harris, he's awesome, Emily. Rebecca is saying hi. Hi, Rebecca. How you doing? Emily, congrats on your new channel, Bruce. Way to go. Thank you. Spy Team, Minnesota, 81 degrees. Oh, man, you guys, 81. Hello, all the way from Holland. Ocean Vice, welcome from the Netherlands, from Holland. Nice to have you here tonight. I know it's late for you as well. Europeans, of course, I think it's 7-8 hours difference from where I am. So that would put them in about, 1, 2 in the morning. So that's late. Welcome, you guys. Emily, Bruce is great. Thank you. Andrew, neat. Hope the TWB channel is less stressful for you than your previous work as a stockbroker. Yeah, talking about it is a heck of a lot less stressful than being in it. I can tell you that. Yeah, I don't miss the stress. And as a branch manager and a VP with 40 brokers and 20 support staff, I don't miss that pressure from head office yelling at me to get those guys going, and from all my team members yelling at me for being such a hard driving guy. You couldn't win. You couldn't win. It's like kindergarten. What can I say? But you got paid the bucks to do the job, and that's what I did. Tamara, hi from Winter Haven, Florida, 82 right now. Tamara, you're killing me. I love that. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for being here today. Timothy Johnson, Charleston, West Virginia, 78 degrees, gas $2.05 a gallon. Man, that's a better price than I'm paying for gas, and that's better temperature. So you got me on both of those. Way to go, Timothy. Susan Linens, Cary, North Carolina, rain today, high of 64, gas is 205. Yeah, you're 10 degrees warmer than I am. I'll take that 10 degrees if I could get it. I'll tell you that. And you got me on the gas. Welcome, Susan. Rich Harrington, Bruce, is cruising in August still realistic? No, I don't think it is. Evie Higgs, hiya from Massachusetts. How you doing from beautiful Massachusetts? Jeannie, hi, Bruce and Bill from and me in East Tennessee. Welcome, Jeannie from East Tennessee. Jeannie Lavinghouse. Is that close enough? Richard Kreider, Vegas temp, 100 degrees now. On Stock Markets with Bruce. Thanks. Thank you, Richard, for being here and catching me there. Fantastic. Andrew Everts, hello from beautiful 74 degrees Central Indiana. Right on, Andrew. Nice. KM Harris, hi, Bruce, saying hello from New York City. Temperature 69 degrees. Beautiful people in New York City. I love that town. Lavita Merritt, really chilly here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Temperature took an instant dive. Unbelievable. Thank you for being here. Joel Harris, you're live in Mineola, Long Island, New York. Right on. Thank you, Joel Harris, for being here today. Nice to have you back. Wanda, 75 degrees in Diamond Bar, California. Love these towns. Love the name of these towns. MG2. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy. I'm excited to be here. Welcome, buddy. Evie, hey, have a cousin in Minola. KM Harris. Joel, I'm in Manhattan. Close enough. Sean, Bruce, you had 30 thumbs ups back a while ago. It looks like about 20 minutes ago, but I know we're over that. Emily Archer, KM, I'm in Westchester County, New York. MG, Wanda, 64 in Seal Beach. Minnesota Jim. Hi, Bruce. I'm from Rosemont, Minnesota. Right on, Minnesota Jim. Welcome today. Excuse me. Clifford is here. Excuse me. Clifford, hey, Bruce, it's 64 on a beautiful evening in Chicago. I got a bunch of people in the Chicago area that watch this channel. Some of the most beautiful people in the world are from Chicago. Thank you for being here. Don Lee. Hello, Bruce. Don, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to TWB on a Monday night. Emily, KM Harris, laugh out loud. Yes, you are right. Manhattan, two different places, though. Mark Baumgartner. Hi, Bruce. Mark and Glenda here from Baltimore, Maryland. Great show. Welcome from Baltimore. I haven't been to Baltimore. I've been through Baltimore. That's all I can tell you. I've driven by there. The year was 1970, and I was 15 years old. I wasn't doing the driving. My dad was doing the driving. We had taken a trip from Ontario down to Florida and back, and we went down through Tennessee and Kentucky, Atlanta, down to Florida, and then we came back up along the eastern seaboard and ended up in Washington. And then on the way home, we drove kind of past Baltimore and worked our way all the way up back to Canada. A winter getaway. I still remember that trip fondly. And someday I would like to see Baltimore in all its glory. That would be great. Susan Hurd, good morning, Bruce. 10:10 a.m. here. Welcome, Susan, to the show. Nice to have you here tonight. Robert Miller, any new dates for sailing in August? I have nothing good to talk to you about in August. I don't think there'll be any cruising in August. Andrew, remember to give TWB a big thumbs up. Now, there's a good piece of advice. Eddie Garcia, hello, Bruce from Queens. All right, they're coming in. I got my New Yorkers here from all over the boroughs. Beautiful. Ray, let's all give Bruce bunches of thumbs ups. That would be great. Thank you, guys. Oh my gosh, here is someone. Oh my goodness, are you making me feel good? Oh man, Sylvan Forrest is in the house. This is the biggest news of the day. Stop the presses. Sylvan, my man, am I glad to see this message. I have been worried sick about you. I hope you're better. I'm praying you get home soon. I hope you're home already. Am I ever happy to see this message? You have no idea. We have been worried about you and wondering. I can hardly talk. I'm so happy. This is great news. Rose, in my opinion, I did not expect cruising until 2021. Gwen, thumbs up. Evie Higgs, dropping in Massachusetts. Jan, Sylvan, everyone has been worried about you. Jim, thumbs up. Thank you, Jim. Michelle, hello, Bruce from New York City. Sean, hello, TWB Nation from Brighton, Colorado. 90 degrees, premium, $3.25 a gallon. Oh my gosh, that is expensive gasoline. Hospice Medic, hopefully the southern states can get their stuff together for my cruise out of Florida in November. Well, hospice, I just don't know. I just, I'm praying for something. Rob, hey, Sylvan Forrest, glad to hear from you. Hope you are doing okay. Emily, New York is in the house tonight. Bruce, yay. Gaming text, you mean vaccine. I mean vaccine. Terry Gallant, United States of America are anything but united. Team 14, hello from Victoria. The boys and girls from Team 14, the Firehouse, are here from Victoria. Welcome you guys to the show. Nice to have you here. Susan Hurd, Australia still saying not until mid-September, but I'm expecting that to be extended. I have a feeling you are right. Jan is saying, hey, Team 14, welcome. Catherine, vaccine, Bruce, we have the virus already. That's right. Carol, hey, Team 14, good to have you here. KM Harris, the anti-vaxxers are going to be the ones who make us keep wearing masks. I hate to say, I agree. I tell you, the anti-vaxxers are going to be a partial downfall, and there's going to be delays for all kinds of stuff because of anti-vaxxers, and you can't talk them out of it. It's unbelievable. Vida, hello from the United States. A very scary place to be at the moment. Yeah, there's certain places. It's unreal. Carol is saying you had 50 thumbs ups. I know we have more. They're coming in. Emily, as my governor says, the virus does not care where you are from and who you are and what you believe. Anyone can catch a virus. Emily, truer words have never been spoken. Thank you, Gregory, for that sticker. I appreciate it. KM Harris, Team 14, glad to see you guys are back here. This is great. With a vengeance. Gregory, Bruce, quit scaring the old folks. Team 14. Team 14, Sean Murphy. How is Colorado? I was born and I grew up in Littleton, about 30 minutes away from Brighton before moving to Canada. Right on. La Vita Merritt. I was on an American Airlines flight from O'Hare in Chicago this morning, and it was a full flight. No social whatsoever. Thank God masks were mandatory. Unbelievable. I just don't understand. I do understand it, but I just wish it didn't have to be. But if anyone had guts down there in the US and in Canada, I will say in Canada too, if anyone had the guts to stand up to the airlines and tell these guys, you're not flying with the middle seat occupied. No damn way. You're not flying any plane with more than 60% capacity. You're just not flying. If anyone had the guts to stand up to these guys without fear of being politically singled out, having all kinds of lobbyists come after you, all kinds of special interests coming after your re-election campaign, it would be a blessing. But it's not going to happen. These airlines are so in trouble, of course, that they're going to fill their seats right up to the max. And and if you get sick on that plane, tough beans for you, because they know that they can't be sued. They've got such protections from all kinds of politicians that they're just going to put people at risk. And I see stories like this and I just shake my head. I'm not getting on a flight for all the tea in China. You guys cannot suck me in on a closed environment like that, packed with everybody. No dang way. I just find that to be unbelievable. Cam Harris, Emily Archer, so true. Emily, Cam Harris, my governor, has been with us every day, literally not one day off. Jan, 52 thumbs up 20 minutes ago. Gaming, I wish all airlines would stop being selfish and eliminate the middle seat. Like what? To me, I think they should just increase their seat prices by 50%. Advertise the fact that there's no middle seat and we'll charge 50% more. We'll bring in just as much money, fly fewer people. You can have fewer staff at the airports to handle fewer people. But no, they want to go back to the old ways, and we're not going back. They don't want to believe it. They don't want to buy into it. Rose, so they are sending all crew members home someday. How can they possibly get them back for fall cruising? Well, you can fly them home when flights resume again. But boy, I wouldn't want to be on a plane right now. The gaming text so hard about that. Heard about that. Cam Harris, I know. I love him for it. Envy, details, please. Hey, Luke, how you doing, Luke said? Rose, well said, Bruce. The crew does not want to come back in these conditions. Gaming text, also, why would crew members want to be stuck on a potentially infested ship? Flaps down aviation. Bye, everyone. I have to go. Stay safe. You too. Emily, Bruce, Don said that MSC are hiring for a cruise in the Mediterranean. Is that true? Wonder if anyone will apply. I don't think they'll have too much trouble getting the crew members, because they'll just transfer them from other ships. They really won't have any issues, but they're not going to be sailing in the Mediterranean. They are talking the talk, but it's not going to happen. Gaming Tech says goodbye. All right. Sean. Hey, Team 14, it's hot right now. Our virus rates are going down steady every day. We have about 250 hospitalized openings, mountains, and Casio a little this week. Okay. Ocean Vice. It is going to be a disaster for all the crew from the Philippines and Indonesia. They'll have no income until cruises resume. That's right. Rob, traveling with Bruce Silverforce has been cited on the chat. I know he's here. I'm so happy he's here. I hope he's doing better. I can't wait to hear from him. Brittany, I would have renewed my membership for this month, but of the wedding stuff, I was unable to. Brittany, it's all good. It's all good. You're getting married, girl. You got stuff on your mind. You just take care of what you got to take care of. Don't worry about it. I'll always be here. Team 14, Sean Murphy. That's great about the virus. Hopefully I'll get a chance to go and visit my family back in Colorado this year, but who knows? Donnell, way to go, Bruce. 5,000 fans on your Facebook page. No mean feat. Gary, are you going in December? I hope so. Here's my group cruise T-shirt. I don't know if you can see it. We're booked for a December 6th departure, but no guarantees. My guess now it's 50-50. 2 months ago, I would have said 75-25 that we were going. And 2 months before that, I would have said 99% sure. Now I'm talking 50-50. I just don't know, Gary. It's not in my control. Sandy, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great Monday. Welcome, Sandy. Jan, hope you have important things going on right now, Brittany. I am happy for you. Susan Hurd, me and Jennifer, or Jennifer and me, are grammatically correct. Thank you. Hospice, chatting with Bruce. How's the health of the crew members? We haven't heard if there's any illnesses on the repat trip ships. Yeah, I haven't had. I have not heard of any cases in the last couple of days in the U.S. where ships are bringing sick members to the coast. Um, I did hear though that in Barbados there were, I think, 10 cruise ships down there. Some have already dropped staff, like crew off for flights out, and others were bringing crew in, and they are testing. And some people are coming up positive, and so they're isolating them. But it's not a high number. It's very, very low, and it's very manageable. And Barbados continues to work with the cruise lines to get healthy crew members home by charter aircraft. So that's good news. Andrew, congrats on the stock markets with Bruce channel. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for all of you who are finding that channel, subscribing to it, giving my videos thumbs ups. I appreciate that. Emily, you're looking well. Thank you, Emily. MG, thank you, Bruce, for your new channel. It's much appreciated by the cruise investment community. I've had a lot of my friends in the investment community subscribe to it. Fantastic. Gwen King, hey, from Detroit. How you doing, Gwen? Hi, hope Virgin goes in October, says Richard R. We'll hope for the best, Richard, but I don't know. Richard Kwan is here. Glad to see you from Richmond, BC. Hey, buddy. How you doing from Richmond? Nice to have you here, fellow person from British Columbia. Sean Murphy, Team 14, no quarantine at DIA. Good luck. It's beautiful. Sue Shipman is here. Hi from Louisiana. Hello, Sue. Nice to have you here. Catherine, laugh out loud, Susan. I was just working that one out myself. Alan Carter, Bruce, you had 68 thumbs ups about 20 minutes ago because I'm still 20 minutes behind on your messages. I can't catch you guys. Dylan the Cruiser, August, we're cruising. Wake up, fool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're cruising in August. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, I'll go back to sleep now, Dylan. MG, thumbs ups, everybody. Eric Z, hello, Bruce. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Gaming text. I just had this thought. What happens if infected passengers need to board the lifeboat? Wouldn't that just cause more panic and spread? I know it's a slim possibility, but still a concern. Well, if a ship is going down and it's a life and death situation, I don't care if you have a virus. I'm getting on the boat with you. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. I don't know. Carol, Bruce, you had 76 thumbs ups 20 minutes ago. Sue, love your programs. Thank you, Sue, so much. Jimmy C, hello, Bruce from Chicago. Hey, how you doing? 70 likes have their phone upside down. Dylan, the cruiser. Carla, Charla Wilcock, sharing is kind. Thank you, Charla, for being here. Rose, not possible, Dylan. Susan, Catherine, glad I was able to assist. Brittany, upcoming name starts with an A and ends with an N. 3 days from now, it's all changing. Fantastic. Vivian, hi, Bruce. Give us some news. Give us good news. I wish I could give you more good news, and I try. I really do. Rick and Becky, it's 70 in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. Rick and Becky, hi, guys, from Clearfield, PA. Welcome to my channel and show. Thank you for being here. All of you are subscribing to TWB and subscribing to my second channel now, Stock Markets with Bruce. Thank you all for your support and following. I appreciate it. Richard, I hope Virgin Voyages cruises in October. We all do, but I don't know. Glenn, hello. Hey, Glenn, how you doing? A caller for you. Hi, Bruce from Tampa. It's hot here. Welcome, caller. Evie, it's generous of Como. Hello, all from Metro DC. Susan R says, hello, Susan. Juan, hi from Miami. All our cruises through July canceled to Harmony to September. Yeah, I know, Juan. They just keep canceling them one after the other. Jan, 81 thumbs ups about 15 minutes ago. Brittany, I think I saw a gas of $1.75 yesterday down here in Louisiana. Right on. Flaps Down Aviation. Hi, Bruce. Here in Ontario, we can form social circles of 10 people without social distancing. Right on. Carol, Bruce, you had 91 thumbs ups about 15 minutes ago. Right on. They're coming in. Keep the thumbs ups going, says Jan. Brittany, 85. Carol, Corota, hello. Cordia, welcome. Valerie Ware, scheduled for a cruise on the Royal Caribbean Anthem of the Seas in November, leaving from New Jersey. Do you think this will happen? November Anthem of the Seas, 60-40, no. 60-40%, not going to happen. A month from now, the way it's going, 75-25%, not going to happen. If it's like it is now, in November, it's not happening. So I don't know, Valerie. I don't feel good about it. I wish I could tell you the other way. I'm not going to lie to you. I just don't feel good about what's happening right now. Joe joined late. Good evening, Bruce from Boston. Well, another one from Boston. Joe, welcome, buddy. Nice to have you here. Brittany says I have 93 thumbs up as of 15 minutes ago. Minnesota. Jim T. Hi, Bruce. I'm here in Rosemont. 84 degrees. Gas, $1.99 a gallon. Now, who else have I got here? Gavin Till is here. Gavin, how you doing? Hi, Bruce from the UK. Welcome from the beautiful UK. Brittany, 93 degrees in Hammond, Louisiana. Donnell, 1:28 a.m. 1:28 a.m. here in Cork, Ireland. Vivian, greetings from Glendale, Arizona. Oh, beautiful Glendale. Welcome, Vivian. I know it's hot down there, but it's a dry heat. Here it's 55 and it's miserable. So I'd rather have your weather anytime. Cordia from Louisville, Kentucky. Welcome, Cordia Foster. Rob Slevin, 71 in Lexington. Rose Henderson, travel agents have stress too. I hear you. I believe it. Naomi, hello from New York City, another Big Apple follower. Beautiful. Patrick, 85 in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Hello from Colorado. We're getting quite a following out of Colorado. It's fantastic. Great folks there. Brad, Andre, hi, Bruce from Missouri. Is that a Princess ship on your shirt? No, this is the Harmony of the Seas, Royal Caribbean, Harmony of the Seas. That's the cruise ship we want to be on for our group cruise. Let me just show you what I'm talking about here. We're hoping to get on this baby right here for our group cruise in December of this year. Here's another angle of the ship right here and another angle right here. We are looking to sail out of Port Canaveral, and then we're looking to head down to Perfect Day Coco Cay, and looking to go to St. Kitts and St. Thomas, and we're hoping it'll happen. Here's a Perfect Day Coco Cay or Coco Key, however you like to say it. There's one of the Oasis class ships right there at Coco Key, with the water park and the pools and all that. We have another cruise that we'd like to do, a group cruise in February on this ship, Odyssey of the Seas. It's under construction right now. It is nearing completion in the German shipyard in Papenburg. That's an aerial view, a computer-generated aerial view of the ship when completed. Here's another aerial view of sort of what it'll look like on board the ship. This is February, I think it's February the 6th, if I recall. 8-day cruise out of I think it's Fort Lauderdale, and we're heading to Grand Cayman, and we're heading to Curacao, and heading to I know we're heading to Mexico on the way back. Anyway, that's tentative, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll play that by ear. But yes, there they are. There's another view of a cabana you can have at the Perfect Day Coco Cay. Here are the coronavirus masks you can buy with TWB logos on them. If you go to my RedBubble store, the link down below, you can order up any of these if you like. And a bunch of you have, and I really, really thank you and appreciate it so much. You can also pick up logo items like these coffee mugs, T-shirts. I got 50 logos now, apparently. 50. Vivi. Unbelievable. It's just incredible. Anyway, thank you all of you for your support of TWB in any way you see fit to help. Same thing with the stock market channel for Traveling with Bruce. I'm kind of curious. We've got 189 people watching me live right now. I'm going to take a look at my channel over there and just see how many subscribers have we got over there. We're now at 347 subscribers on the Stock Markets with Bruce channel. Thank you all for coming over there. It's fantastic. We got to get to 1,000 subscribers to get that channel monetized, and I'm sure in the next couple of weeks it'll be there the way it's going. So wonderful. Thank you all for following me on both channels. It's fantastic. I hope you're finding it entertaining and interesting. All righty. Who is here? Oh, we got Mimi saying hi to me from Portland, Oregon. HM the King is here saying, Bruce, if you were a stockbroker, you should have gotten to know Jordan Belford. He could have your own yacht. Yeah, from the Wolves? What was that movie called? Wolves of Wall Street, something like that. Oh my gosh, what a movie that was! all the shenanigans. Jan, let's make 100, then 200. Let's get Bruce to 100 thumbs ups and some more. Brittany, 93 was a high today, but it's currently 84 in Hammond, Louisiana. Right on, Brittany. Susan Hurd, 11 degrees Celsius in Ballarat, Victoria, Australia. Petrol, $1.10 per liter Australian. Right on, Susan. Thank you for being here with us. Love the Aussies and folks from New Zealand who are following us. First Sergeant Richard, sorry I'm late. Welcome, buddy. Welcome to the show tonight. Nice to have you. Juan Canas, 80 degrees at 8:30 p.m. Right on, Juan from Miami. Virginia says First Sergeant, good vapes. Hi, Bruce. Long time happy. I could tune in from New York. Right on, buddy. How you doing? The Big Apple is well represented tonight. William, Salina, Kansas, 90 degrees in Salina. Right on. Welcome. Judith, hey, Bruce, you're darn right. We're the best in Chicago. You guys are great. I love Chicagoans. Gwen King, 73 in Detroit. First time catching the live show. Gwen, I'm so glad you made it from Detroit, Motor City. Nice to have you here, and I hope you enjoy the show. The gang, most of us are all cruise addicts. We love talking cruise ships, and please check out my regular channel, and hopefully you're a subscriber, and welcome aboard. HM the King, Bruce, what brought you to Creston? Oh, this used to be my mom's home. This home was my mom and dad's house, and my mom, my dad had passed away back in 2000, but my mom, in 2015, it was getting on, and she couldn't look after the house anymore. And so we've got her into a senior center where she's being well looked after, and still going at 86 now. Unbelievable. And we tried to sell this house, had no luck selling it. We did a revamp of this house. And Jennifer and I thought, this house is pretty good now. Why don't we buy this house? And so we did. We had it appraised, and we purchased the house from my mother. And now my mother's estate is much simpler to deal with. And we're in a lovely home in a wonderful little town, and we're 3 miles north of the USA. Whereas living in Calgary, we were 4.5 hours away from America. We're here. We can pop into the US when the border reopens, obviously, and head south. And so we go to the Coeur d'Alene, and we go to the Costco store in Coeur d'Alene when we can go across the border to shop there. And for us to get down to Vegas in California, it's a one night drive, and we're down in the California and Arizona. And we love it. So that's what we're doing here. That's how it happened. Joe, 385 miles to south of the border. Have to remember those drives to Florida. Carol, 104 thumbs ups about 20 minutes ago. Beatrice, hi, Bruce from the Bahamas. Hi, Beatrice from the Bahamas. How you doing? Tom Henry, hi, Sylvan Forrest. I tried calling the house tonight to get an update. No answer. Kirk, hey, Sylvan is here. That's right. Sandy Robinson, thumbs ups. Tom Henry, tell us how you're doing, Sylvan. We would love to know. Sylvan Forrest, how are you? Where are you? We would love to know. Kunal, thumbs ups for Bruce. Thank you. Michelle Brown, hoping to cruise in November. Oh, aren't we all? Jan is telling me I got 107 thumbs up. Steve, Tom Henry, is your company back in operation? Renato de Leon, when supposedly start cruising? Thanks, Bruce. Stay safe. God bless. Thank you. Art Guy, waiting patiently for the Baltimore Cruise Terminal to reopen. I'm ready to cruise. Right on. Jan, and you will be glad to know your ads are back, Bruce. Right on. That's good to hear. Michelle, I miss cruising. Celia is here. Hi, Bruce. Just met a lovely Canadian RVer from Ottawa on his way back home. Fantastic. Tom Henry, Steve Bartley, it's getting a few trips per day, maybe about 5% of normal for his limo business. Michelle Brown, I miss cruising, hoping my cruise in November is a go. Celia, American Airlines sucks. KM, I feel like they'll continue to fly full flights as long as masks are mandatory. Full flaps, 109 thumbs ups 15 minutes ago. D. Robinson, I agree with I miss cruising too. Donnell, I totally agree with you, Bruce. Planes should be no more than 60% full these days. I agree. I really, really believe that should be federally mandated from the top, but you have to have a top. and some countries just don't have a top. They just don't have one. Even here, we don't mandate 60%. I just shake my head at these guys. Celia, supposedly Delta is going to do a 60% capacity. I hope so, because I have to fly to Phoenix in July. Lavita, I was on Delta last week and they operated at half capacity or less. Andrew, the YouTube travel channels I follow advise us not to purchase cruises in 2020. Almost certainly no cruises until 2021 at the earliest. Just a bill or two. Airlines versus the airlines, U.S. companies. Good to fly. Virus? What virus? Cruise ships, not U.S. based. We're shutting you down. There you go. Just a bill or two. It's not about safety. That's right. It's all about the bucks. 111 thumbs ups. And KM Harris says 113 thumbs ups. They're coming in. Vivian, I have a cruise leaving September 26, 2020. They have not canceled. And they told me we're still going. Checking in June 28th. I don't know about June 28th. Frank, cruiser from Southern California. Frank Smith, welcome, sir, to the show and channel. I'm glad you're here. Carol, 121 thumbs ups there. Climbing. Chad, hello from Abbotsford. How you doing, Chad? Let's all give Bruce a thumbs up. Brittany, that's a great idea. Thank you, everybody, for giving me thumbs ups. We need them. Margaret, last month I thought it was crazy as talk saying no cruises this year. Now, sadly, I said 3 months ago, no cruising till 2022. It could be that long. So far, I see very little to tell me it's not going to happen. I really am sorry to feel that way, but it looks terrible. Jan, 125 thumbs ups. Howard, cruiser from Canton, Georgia. Welcome, Howard, from Canton, Georgia. Nice to have you here. Scott J, a chilly 70-something in Charleston, South Carolina. Oh, wait, that's still warm, isn't it? Sorry, Bruce. Yes, it's room temperature, and you're killing me, Scott. You're just killing me. Howard, when in December 6th? The link is down below. If you want to find out about this group cruise, the link is down below. You can get all the info through Ambren Travel. They're handling all the reservations. They take care of all the details, the pricing, the ship, the itinerary. It's all there. Just click and enjoy. Yeah, click and enjoy. Emily, if cruising goes, that will some cruise in September. We'll see. Emily, I have a Sextant COVID mask. Right on, Emily. Andrew, Bruce, we may have to send you a space heater. Yeah, we're freezing up here. Our furnace came on the other night for like a half an hour, kicked in. Unbelievable. Chad, Bruce, you got 131 thumbs up. This is awesome, guys. Thank you. Who else is here? Lawrence, 55 degrees, New Hampshire gas, $1.97 a gallon. Brittany, just subscribe to your other channel. I might not watch any of the videos, but I did want to give you another subscriber. Thank you, Brittany. You're just a doll. Sean, me too. Ruth Ann Greenberg from Maryland. I have a European cruise scheduled October 2022. Do you think it'll sail? Norwegian Getaway, October 2022. I like your chances, but ask me in like a year. We'll see. Lawrence, 55 degrees, New Hampshire gas, $1.97. Lori is here. Hi, Lori. Lori is saying 80 plus degrees in Wisconsin. It's going to hit 90s later this week. Gas is back to $2 a gallon. Really need a cruise. Thinking about renting a rowboat on a pond. That might be what you have to do. I tell you, Lori, it's just, it's grim. Emily, 8:54 p.m. from New York, 134 thumbs ups for Bruce. Patricia, I have an 8-day cruise on Carnival Breeze, November 2020. 8-day cruise. Do you think we will get to cruise? If it should get canceled, I wonder when we will know. Well, the cruise lines announced that they won't cruise until, August 1, a month or two ago. The CDC has not changed the no sail date yet for July 24th officially. But I cannot imagine. I cannot fathom a cruise leaving Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral, Tampa. Cannot, even Jacksonville. No way. Through the summer, into the fall. I just don't see it happening because you can't fly internationally to the U.S. The virus is everywhere. Florida is getting record numbers of hospitalizations, test results. There are jurisdictions around the world that will not allow their citizens to travel to the United States. Nothing personal. It's the virus. I don't know how it'll happen. I really don't. I'm sorry to tell you. Just, we'll have to wait and see. HM the King. I'm on the NCL Getaway May 2021. And Odyssey should be in Santorini on the same day. Seems a lot for a small island. Why don't the lines plan with each other to switch it up so ports aren't crowded? It's not up to the cruise lines. It's up to the ports. And ports are businesses. And sometimes they don't necessarily think about the passengers either. They think about the bucks that they get, the head tax that they're getting. That's what's going on. Brittany's saying the last time I was on a plane was February the 1st. Lawrence, 136 thumbs ups for Bruce. James, did you see the article on Cruise Critic with the Carnival CEO? He claimed August 1st is basically not happening, and the announcement was taken the wrong way. Well, I did see an interview with him. I read something about this. Cheers, all of you, from Traveling with Bruce, by the way. Nice to have you here. He honestly said he doesn't know when they're going to be cruising again. He was shocked, pleasantly shocked, at how many people wanted to book a cruise August the 1st when Carnival announced that we would like to start cruising August the 1st. But he can't guarantee it. No one can guarantee it. I just don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. HM, the lines won't last until 2022. Michelle, why have full airplanes but require less than 50% on ships? Way more room on ships, for goodness sake. Yeah, because no politician has the guts to tell the airlines to fly at 50%. There's no leadership in the U.S. to do it. None that I see from up here. The FAA, toothless authority. They're totally in the bag, in the back pocket of the airlines. 5 or 7 members of the FAA senior management are airline people, former executives of airlines. There's no power there. There's no way that the airlines are going to be told to fly at a lower capacity. This is politically untenable in states like Texas, where airlines are headquartered. States like Florida, swing state. Are you kidding me? Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. There's no way. No. Susan, hoping to take part in Carnival's 50th anniversary celebration, March 2022. Peter Heckema, if anyone really needs to cruise, I'll be offering Gilligan Island cruises as soon as I get my new 40-footer. Maybe we get back and maybe we won't, but it'll be an adventure. That's right. A 3-day cruise. Whatever happened to those guys? HM the King. It's okay, Bruce. With so many new channels, you'll have your own yacht by 2020 anyway. That's right. I'll just open up every channel there is, and I'll just be so rich. Okay. Celia Lawrence, what part of New Hampshire? I grew up in Manchester. Jan, Peter Heckema, count me in. I have my own life preserver. Lawrence, Keene, New Hampshire. Carol, Peter, can I reserve a suite? Celia, I'm in Tennessee now, like the mini winters. I like the mini winters. Jan, 141 thumbs ups now, Bruce. You're at 141. We've passed 100, and we're flying. Florin, Carnival CEO is a liar. They want to raise the stock up. They lie to investors. I'll never trust this guy. Okay, well, we know what you think on that guy. KM Harris. The other thing is most of the airlines are all U.S. owned. Cruises are foreign owned. That's right. Like I said, no American politician has the guts to tell a U.S. based air carrier that you can't fly at full capacity. None of them. They don't want the airline lobbyists and all that back channel money, all that special interest money to run them out of town in their primaries. I tell you, it's unbelievable. Tom Henry, Peter Heckema, count me in. I want to retire to that island. Gaming Techs live in the southern New Hemisphere. Right on. Who's this? Michelle. That celebration is going to be great. It's my 3rd cruise from now. Fingers are crossed. Hopefully it'll happen. HM the King. They don't call it Carnival for nothing. You can ride that stock up and down all day long. Manuel, Cake Daddy is here. Hey, Bruce from Dallas. It's hot and gas is creeping back up in price. $1.49 at Sam's. $1.49 for a gallon of gas. What a cheap price compared to what we're paying up here. Steve Johnson, hello from Grand Junction, Colorado. Hey, Steve, welcome, buddy, to the show. Nice to have you here today. Folks, the share prices of these cruise lines are really gyrating. I know today alone, when the market opened this morning, Carnival shares were down $6 a share, turning around $55 a share. By the end of the evening, $60. Back to $60 again. They're just going up and down. This is a company that is not going to bring in a nickel of revenue for maybe another year. And the stock is at $60 a share, and they have borrowed billions of dollars at unbelievably high interest rates to keep paying the loans and keep the cash flow going. And the stock is at $60 a share. It was down to $19.45 or so a couple of months ago. It's now at $60. think it's a bit overpriced? Unbelievable. The gaming tax, laugh out loud. I said Southern New Hampshire. Haha, Bruce, you made me laugh so out loud. Southern Hemisphere. I get it. Andrew King, hi Bruce, just switched. Any news on UK-based cruise lines, P&O? They are currently saying October. We are booked to Caribbean Azura on Christmas Day. Good job, my friend. Andrew, I don't see a cruise for Europe for this year, for all of 2020. I don't see anything. I think it'll be just, extension of the shutdown. That's what I see. Same in the States. I just see extension of shutdowns. They kissed off Alaska. They've kissed off New England. They've kissed off Canada cruises. It's only a matter of time before they announce another extension. I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening. I just, no. HM, wait until we get the second quarter earnings. It's going to be carnage. Oh, it's going to be ugly. This week, Carnival announcements come out this week. Carnival earnings. It's not going to be pretty. John, Nile River Cruise in October 2020. Will it go? Boy, I don't know. I wouldn't be taking it. I wouldn't trust it. Cam Harris, how? I don't know what she's asking me. Celia, why does my device only show 108 thumbs ups? I always hear different numbers than what I see. Celia, I don't know. You may want to refresh your computer. I don't know. I don't know how many I have for sure. I can't tell you. I can't see how many I have at this second here from this picture. But Carol says there's 147 thumbs ups right now. You need to refresh your computer and you'll be brought up to my live point because you're probably on a delay right now. Steve, Steve's wife says hello from Grand Junction, Colorado. Right on. Fantastic. Patrick, ever been on a nuclear icebreaker cruise to North Pole? Looks fun. Have not. Don't want to. Jason, when these cruise companies realize their quarter earnings, there will be a massive sell-off? Possibly. But if the next day some drug company talks about how great they're doing on their vaccine, the stock market might go up 1,500 points. The way this market is going, I don't know. Andrew, I can't type, laugh out loud. Celia, so glad I bought 200 shares of Carnival. HM, the King, any cruises in Creston? No, there's some rowboats around here. I do go on the world's longest free car ferry cruise here, just north of Creston, about an hour and 40 minutes. I can go from Kootenay Bay to Balfour. Takes about 40 minutes to cross the lake free of charge with your car. Yeah, that's the world's longest free car ferry ride. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Carol, Celia, 147. Refresh your screen. Celia bought Disney and Delta as well. Jan, Celia, you have to keep refreshing your computer. Jan, we have to go back and forth. Andrew, I don't know what that means. KM, 147 now. Peter, I show 181 thumbs up, so that's even better. JRS 149. Jan, Alan 149. Thank you, Alan. How you doing, buddy, from Calgary? How's it going? Susan, don't know how to refresh on the iPad. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how you do that. You might have to literally sign out and sign back in, and then you might be catching up, but I don't know how to do it. Just, you can watch show no delay, whatever. Tom Henry, Apple devices don't show the thumbs up very well. PC is the best on Chrome. There you go. Ruth, puts, okay. John, 150 now. Jan, it's Susan, going and come back in. Tom Henry, Susan, basically quit out, restart your Tube app. Yeah, that's what we're thinking. HM the King, traveling with Bruce Group, rowboat cruise. Jan, I'm also on an iPad. Ruth, not calls. Okay. And ferries open in Houston. Ruth might be telling me about put contracts versus call contracts for stocks. You buy a call contract if you think the stock's going up in price. You buy a put contract if you think it's going down in price. That can be done too. Andrew, P&O are part of Carnival. How autonomous are they? Well, they run their day-to-day operations there, but the big decisions are made at head office. And those big decisions are, what ships are we keeping? When are we ordering a new ship? When are we ordering a new ship? When are we going to do renovations like dry dock? Because who's paying the price? Probably Carnival. They're probably coughing up the big checks and then slowly but surely get their money back out. That's probably who's calling the shots. Manuel, I just keep hoping my cruise on the Mardi Gras sails February 13th, 2021. I hope for you too. Cheers, all of you from TWB, from Bruce here in Creston. Nice to have you here at 9:10 Eastern time. Been on an hour and 10 minutes. We have 175 of you here. Say hi to me. Tell me where you're watching me from. You got a cruise question? Fire away with a cruise question. Please check out my new YouTube channel, Stock Markets with Bruce, and subscribe there if you like and watch my videos. I'll be doing live shows there going forward, starting shortly. I'll let you know when I know. Looking forward to that as well. We'll try to answer stock market questions over there. Thank you all for being here today. Nice to have you here with Traveling with Bruce on a Monday night, June the 15th, 2020. Fantastic. Emily is saying 150 thumbs up as of 9:10. So that was about a minute ago. Andrew, if it gets any colder, Creston will need an icebreaker. Yeah, I hear you. Eduardo Javier is here. So no cruises till 2021 in the whole world. It may be. Maybe nothing until next year. It might be that long. Jason, Victory Casino Cruises, cruising on a Canaveral. Okay, Victory Casino Cruise. Oh, that's a little different than a regular cruise, but whatever. Rob Summon. I'm currently on the North American Continent cruise. It only goes 4 inches a year. But it's got all I need. I just need to drive some places. There you go. Art Guy. What's the status on the American River cruises? Are they under the same CDC rules and regs? No. If you're under 250 passengers, there are different rules, but I don't know them and I don't understand all that, and I'm not into it, so I can't help you there. But it's a bit different for cruise lines, river cruise lines versus ocean cruise lines. But if I can't go on a cruise on a big cruise ship, I'm not going on a little one either. That's my take on it. Minnesota Jim, 178 thumbs up. He's thinking. John, under 250 on river. HM the King, when are you live on stocks? I missed that. Haven't decided yet, HM. I still have to set a schedule for my live shows on the other channel. I've only just started it 4 days ago. I'm one of those young retail traders buying up CCL and American Airlines, and here you are ranting about it on. You hear them ranting about it on CNBC. That's right. They are ranting about all the new stock players that are joining into the stock market. These folks who are at home, can't work, who are working and playing the market anyway. You can now buy and sell stock for no commissions. You can now buy stock in fractions. You don't have to buy 100 shares at a time or 10 shares at a time. You can buy Amazon, which is a $2,200 stock. If the last time I looked, anyway, you can buy $10 worth of Amazon. You can buy $28 worth of Amazon. You can buy $454 of Amazon. Whatever you want. You can buy $1 of Amazon if you want. If you have $100, you can open an account with a company called Robinhood Trading. I think you can buy $1 worth of stock for 100 different stocks if you want. And then when you have another $100 saved up, you can transfer it over there and buy another $1 worth of stock with all 100 stocks and run your own little portfolio in micro on this site for no commissions. They allow you to do that. It's unbelievable. There are people out there trading with as little as $25, $50, $100, $200 and more, playing either one stock at a time, 2, 10, 15. It's amazing to me. It has changed so much so quickly in the last 100 days. And I think within the next 6 months, hundreds of billions of dollars will be in the market through these kinds of trading accounts where people are playing anywhere from $100, $200 each up to thousands of dollars each, tens of thousands each, where they're running their own exchange traded funds, their own ETFs. They're going to have their own miniature private little mutual funds that they're going to be running themselves. I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's a way to bring new people into the market that have never invested before without any pressure. You can put your toe in the water for $100, $200, $1,000, play it for yourself, without feeling pressure from a broker calling you, telling you got to send me 20 grand or I won't talk to you. And then when you do send them 20 grand, they won't answer your call because they're too busy with bigger clients. You don't want to get into that game. I see this game taking over the retail market. I really do. I think it's going to become the standard for retail investors and companies who are going public. I think what they're going to do is they're going to offer stock to these fractional firms like the Robinhoods out there, and a company will want to go public and everyone will want to get into these stocks, but they can't because today you want to buy into like a couple of years ago, the company went public from China, the company that was like eBay. I can't remember the name right now. I'm sorry. There have been so many hot stock offerings that you can't get. Even if you are a retail investor with a regular broker, you can't get the stock because it's reserved for the biggest clients. I see where these public companies going public, will go to these fractional firms and say, you guys will get 100,000 or 200,000 shares guaranteed, which you can divvy up amongst your clients. And the broker will say, you can buy up to $5 worth of this stock, or $10 or $20 or $100 of this stock, because we'll fractionally divvy them up. And this is going to change the underwriting business. The boys in Wall Street don't get it. The big brokerage houses are not seeing this. It's going to happen. There are going to be 20 million stock traders trading stocks on their telephones, on their iPads, on their laptops, commission free. And they're going to get into these new stock offerings. And these companies going public are going to go, well, we thought we could only raise 20 million. We're going to be able to raise 40 million. We thought we could raise 100 million. We're going to raise $200 million because there is billions. There will be billions of fresh capital available from retail investors who will buy 2 shares, 8 shares, 12 shares, 1.68 shares, depending on the price of the stock when it goes public. I see companies going public at $1,000 a share. They're not going to go public at $12 a share. They're going public at $1,000. They'll issue fewer shares, but they'll go public at $1,000, and people will be able to buy $50 worth. They'll get 1/20th of a stock certificate through their broker, commission free. I see this happening, and the stock trading like crazy afterwards. This is a whole new world we're about to enter. Mark my words. It is only just begun, and the pros in Wall Street know nothing. They have no clue what that's going to happen. Peter Heckman, your stock market show should have been named Debunking the Markets with Bruce. Thank you, Peter. Those are kind words. I'll take that. Jen, 152 thumbs ups. Arc Adventures. Hey, Bruce. Happy Monday. Andy and Andrea from St. Louis. How you guys doing? Welcome to my show tonight. HM the King can buy fraction shares for TWB. Buy a T-shirt, buy a coffee mug, buy a COVID mask. That's all I ask. Sean, I have Robinhood bought 1 share of Tesla at $352. Now they're over 900. There you go. That pays almost for we used to pay for a cruise, but yeah, way to go. Andrew, when it comes to planning cruises or investing, only do what allows you to sleep at night. I agree with that. I think that's a good way to go. And I think that's what people are going to be doing on this new trading platform. They're going to put in a couple of $100, and if they're down $20, $80, they're not going to die over it. So what? It's $80. I mean, heck, go to a steakhouse with a friend of yours and a couple of drinks, $80 each. What are you talking about? No big deal. HM, AliExpress. I have no idea on what that is. KM Harris, Alibaba. Alibaba was the company that went public, and everybody wanted to buy Alibaba stock. And only the best clients with the brokerage firms were able to buy into that deal. And that stock took off, just took off after a while. Yeah, there were all kinds of hot offerings that people couldn't get into. Alan Carter, worst storm to hit Calgary, not so bad here in Southeast. Most north part of the Calgary, over $1 billion damage. I heard Calgary got whacked last week with there were mini tornadoes just out of town. Tennis ball size hail. Winds. It was unbelievable. Alan, I hope you're okay. It sounds like you're okay, and I'm happy about that. Who else is here? Donato is saying Alibaba owned by Jack Ma. HM the King. Now we know Bruce's plan for his TWB IPO. $1,000 a share. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. Ruth Ann, Advanced Micro Devices, another stock. Alex, Bruce, have you ever bought anything on Alibaba? Never bought through Alibaba. Never used them. No, never used them. Red Wine, I'm still on the fence about buying cruise stock. It fell last week and I was tempted. Yeah, I don't know if now is a good time to be going long. They're about to come out with their second quarter financials. They haven't made a dime in the second quarter. Every cruise line was shut down for the second quarter. So it's billions in losses. Billions, and the statements will be redone going forward, where cruise lines will have to say, under SEC rules, they will be forced to say we might not be a going concern down the road because the money is burning up. Royal Caribbean is eating $275 million a month. It's evaporating. $275 million a month. They've got a couple of billion in the bank, but they're only good for another 6 months a year, and then they got to raise more. This shutdown is extending. HM, how many cruises have you been on? 7 or 8, something like that. Not enough. That's how many I've been on. Not enough. I need to get on a cruise ship. Alex, I think we're past the time to buy cruise stock. Red Wine. Thank you, Bruce. I'll wait. Arc Adventures. Ugh, don't mention AMD. Bought 500 shares for a couple of bucks per. Sold way too soon. Sean, I was hoping for future stockholder credit to pay for itself. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Andrew, if we were allowed to invest in fractional shares of TWB Inc., we'd probably be required to move to Creston. Remember the temperature? I mean, my goodness. Well, you're not going to die of overheating this spring, but we do get hot in the summer, but boy, it hasn't happened yet. Sean Murphy, amen, not enough. Right on. Anyway, there you have it. There you go, guys. I've caught up with the messages again, and I want to thank you for being here today. 191 of you are here. If any of you have any questions about cruising, let me know. If you have any questions about the stock market, I guess you can let me know, because if you run out of cruise questions, I'll handle that. But on the cruise side, I don't see cruising starting up anytime soon with the way this virus is going. It's just such a rampant problem. You heard about Brazil? The number one country for deaths now is Brazil. They are number one. They have passed the U.S., and they will continue to take off. It is going to be bad. Mexico, bad news out of Mexico, which will guarantee no cruise ships will visit Mexico going forward, because the CDC won't allow the ship back into U.S. waters. You leave Miami, sail to Mexico, you're not coming back to Miami. Everyone will have to be in a 14-day quarantine 10 miles off the coast of Miami. And then when you get into Miami, there'll be a 14-day quarantine when you get on the shore. I don't see Mexican cruises starting up anytime soon. Jan, 155 thumbs ups for Bruce. Arc, how about TWB options? There you go. Sean Murphy, thanks, Bruce. Trivia later this week. Yes, we will do trivia later this week for sure. Alex, where's your favorite cruise destination? I don't really have one. I enjoyed San Juan, Puerto Rico, walking Old Town. Enjoyed St. Thomas. Enjoyed San Martin. Enjoy Cayman Islands. Used to live there, so it was kind of fun. So those are pretty cool spots. But I enjoyed Europe. I really enjoyed Europe with my daughter. Really enjoyed it. Lisbon, Vigo, Spain, Naples, Florence, and Villefranche-sur-Mer. Very nice. Carol, hit the thumbs up before you go, people. Give Bruce a thumbs up. Peter Heckman, the cruise lines have their bankers over a barrel. Who's going to buy a cruise ship that's not selling like a house? There you go. HM the King. On a global scale, we're recording 2 times the cases we had in late April. It's worse. It's true. Jan, that was fun, Bruce. Thank you, JRS. Thank you, Jan. Bruce, any chance of doing earlier chats for those of us across the pond? I try that from time to time. You never know. On my live trivia show, I might do a live trivia show earlier. I mix it up. You never know. You got to hit that bell notification thing down below here somewhere. Make sure you get the alerts from YouTube, because you never know when I go live. Sean, Grand Cayman. Yes. Sea Lake, Grand Cayman was always my favorite port. Minnesota Jim. Thanks, Bruce. Another great show again. Thank you, Minnesota Jim. John Hughes, Bermuda. I haven't been to Bermuda, but I hear it's nice. Red Wine. I was supposed to be headed on a cruise this Sunday to the Grand Cayman, maybe next year. Yeah, it's going to be next year for Grand Cayman. They're not going to do any cruising this year. Andrew, did I hear that Alaska requires visitors to prove negative for COVID within 72 hours of arrival? May work, but sounds inconvenient. Yeah, really impossible. Jam, take everybody. Go over to join Bruce Stock Market with Bruce. Head over there. Arc Adventures. Anyone here move to Florida for closer proximity to the ships? Port Everglades looks like a great place. Carol, thank you for another wonderful show. Carol, thank you for being here tonight. I think I'm hitting my high number right now. I think I got 200 people watching towards the end of my show, which is awesome. If any of you are out there, one, if you can give me a thumbs up, so I'd appreciate that. Two, if you have any questions about cruising, now is your chance. Fire away. If you have any stock market questions, fire away. I'll see what I can do on those too. As I wrap up this show over the next little while, thank you for being here today, everybody. Art Guy, do you think they'll amend the Jones Act? Nope, I do not. Jason, I don't think this is a good year for vacations. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't know if there'll be a cruise credit passed by the House of Representatives for vacationing. I know that there are interest groups trying very hard to convince the Senate and the Congress and the White House to offer up to a $4,000 refund, half off a 50% tax credit for traveling in the USA between now and the end of 2021. Airline flights, car rentals, hotels, theme park tickets, restaurants, all that would be included as long as you travel 50 miles or further away from where you live. You would qualify to send in your receipts to the government to claim up to $8,000 in vacation credits, and you'd get $4,000 as a tax refund, up to $4,000. I don't know if that's going to make it. I know that's what some interest groups are hoping for. HM, what are the Royal Caribbean logo cups behind you? Those are travel mugs. Those were the whole ice cubes and cold drinks. Jennifer and I bought those on the Explorer of the Seas. Jen, we got 167 thumbs ups here. Arc Adventures, I see 156 thumbs ups. Well, I'll take all I can get. I'll tell you that. Emily, thank you, Bruce. Great show. See you for trivia this week. John Hughes, thank you, Bruce. Great show. See you for trivia. John Hughes. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, John. Sean Murphy, disco music trivia. I'm having withdrawal from the ship. HM the King, Christmas is going to be tough this year with many families losing loved ones and reflect on such a horrid year. Patricia, we purchased airfare with American Airlines back in February. If we don't cruise in November, we will lose our money if the airlines don't extend travel dates to Florida. Interesting. Really crazy. Betty Sims, enjoy your shows. Thank you, Betty, so much. Carol, spend your cruise money on TWB merchandise on Redbubble. Thank you, Carol, for that. KM Harris, hell, I would be happy with half that much, but I don't think they will do it. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see, like I say, more that kind of a cruise thing, that kind of a travel credit happen, but that's what's being talked about. Alex, what are your thoughts on private yacht charters? Will they be closed as long as cruises? Maybe, but they're expensive, of course. Much more money per person, but still, what a way to go. Be kind of nice. Andrew, will your stock market show go over the nuts and bolts about how to research the market and how to make transactions? I will probably go to a degree to that. A little bit, but I'm going to talk more about what's really happening. What does it mean? But I will react to people's questions. So whatever you want to ask me, I'll do the best I can for you. Celia, yeah, I'm going to Alaska next year. That would be great. Ray Jones, do you think the share price will go lower for Royal Caribbean? I think the odds of the stock going down versus up is greater. I'm not guaranteeing it, but I can guarantee you this: when the second quarter financials come out, they'll be awful. When the third quarter financials come out, they will be terrible. When the fourth quarter financials come out, they will be awfully terrible. So I can guarantee you that. There is no happy news coming out from Royal Caribbean that they're making all kinds of money and that everything is great to justify a stock price higher than where it's at. The financials that are coming out from the cruise lines will justify a lower price for the cruise lines. The shares are trading where they are because the anticipation is that in 2021, cruises will be up and running again and that they'll be making all kinds of money because of the pent-up demand from cruisers that are dying to go cruising. I just worry that is going to be extended out, that eventually people will just give up waiting and they'll dump out now and buy back later. And that's why I think the shares are possibly overpriced. That's just my take on Florin. How many crew members percentage Royal Caribbean sent home? Oh my. I'm going to guess 3/4, but they might be going for 85%. And I think they're still offloading crew members as we are here. Even now, they're getting him off the ship. I know other cruise lines are getting him off. Alex, won't the quarter reports be getting better as expenses and burn rates? No, they haven't. They haven't even done the numbers from the first and second quarter. The second quarter financials will be really bad, really bad. No, I see. I don't see good news on the financial front at all. Nothing but bad news. Andrew, do you think cruise lines will continue to offer onboard credit to stockholders? Yes, I do. I really think they do. They're going to want to offer cruise credits to shareholders and try to keep shareholders loyal to the stock. Yes. Red wine. So do you think we should wait 6 to 9 months to buy cruise shares? Well, that's not necessarily the way I'd look at it. I would look at it that if the shares are trading at rock bottom prices, then you buy for the long haul. So, what was it, 3 months ago? 2.5, 3 months ago, the cruise ship shares crashed. I mean, $8 a share for Carnival, $8-9 for Norwegian, 19 for Royal Caribbean. I said at that time that I thought the shares would be a good investment for a long-term investment because I didn't expect the shares to do what they've done so quickly, so soon, while they're not even cruising, but they did. Royal Caribbean hit $75 a share last week, way too far. From 19 to 75, that was a good time to sell. Even now might be a good time to sell on all the shares. Sit back now, let them sell out, take your cash, sit back, fold your arms, and have them go back down. If they back off to where they came from, rebuy. Now you can buy even more because you're selling out at 60, buying at 20, 25. You get double the number of shares the next time around and then ride it up again. But I don't know how high, how fast, how long. Be prepared to be patient on the buyback and hanging on when you do buy back. You got to be patient because these overnight flips are an anomaly. Peter, Bruce, have you heard when the Odyssey of the Seas will be launched? It was postponed. I have not got an exact date. I'm looking for it. I'm keeping an eye open for it, but I haven't heard, Peter, on an exact launch date. I know nothing. John, earnings per share for cruises will be way below zero. They certainly will. JW, I hope so. Summer 2021 cruise and man, I miss cruising. Yeah, I hear you there. Jason, the cruise company's earnings reports are going to be a bloodbath. They are. Kay, the cruise line stocks fall if TG. Okay. Carol, officer on the Royal Caribbean ship that I talked to have 100 crew left on his ship. Interesting. KM Harris, I heard it was 85%, but there are a lot of people staying on board voluntarily. Jan, 170 thumbs ups for Bruce. True number. Kay, do you think the cruise shares are going to fall if cruising does not begin in August? Yes, I do. Alex, how long will it take to bring all the crew back to ships? Seems like that would take forever. If the airlines are back up and running, cruises are back up and running, hotels are open, countries are open for travel, they can stock up their cruise ships within days. Within like a week or two, they'll have them all back. But they really can. 747s everywhere, in and out of Indonesia, in and out of the Philippines, in and out of India. No problem. John, volatility will rule the market for some time. You are correct. Sean, on Robinhood, you can set a buy or sell level and it does it automatically. That's right. You can do stop loss orders. You can do all kinds of market orders, limit orders, day orders, everything. You can trade options on Robinhood. You can do it all. Arc Adventure. Any news on the Mardi Gras? Still on target to be ready in November? I have not heard anything to say no or yes. I've heard nothing. Hammond, hi Bruce, watching from St. Kitts. How you doing? Welcome from St. Kitts. The future of the cruise business and the volatility in the market. I can guarantee you there'll be volatility in the market, but I see a future going forward where new retail investors are going to dominate day trading in the markets. The institutional investors out there are not. I don't think they all. Some of them might get it, but I don't think that all of them are getting it. It's not registering. I have a suspicion that there will be 25 to 35 million new traders in the stock market over this year because of the virus and because of zero fee trading, no commission trading, where you can trade for as low as $1 a trade. I think we're going to see 35 million, up to 35 million new people participating in the stock market, because the stock market has just become a slot machine. You can bet $1. And when I was a stockbroker, if you wanted to place an order in the stock market, the minimum fee I would charge you was $25. That was the minimum fee in commissions, no matter how small your order. So if you wanted to buy $500 worth of stock with me, it was a $25 minimum trade to buy in and $25 to get out. Now, if you bought 100 shares at $5 a share for a $500 order, it costs you $525. Your break-even price now is $525. You want out? It's $25 more. You need $550 to break even on a stock. You had to be 10% correct just to pay me in 1980, 85. Then the minimums went to $50 a transaction. $50 a transaction to deal with a human being to buy and sell your stock for you. So now a $500 order for 100 shares at $5, you had to sell at $6 to break even. If your stock went to $7 and you had me sell it for you, you paid me $100 in commissions. You only made $100 profit. It went up 40%. And you only made $100. Today, you can buy $500 of Amazon if you want, and you'll get less than a quarter of a share. But if the stock went up 10% in price over the next month or two, your $100 is worth $110. You've made $10, no fees. You literally are up $10 a share on the deal. Unheard of liquidity. The market has become a stock market, and Las Vegas builds multi-billion-dollar hotels on the Strip from gamblers that, yes, they play $10,000 a hand when they can play in the Vegas casinos, but they also play the nickel machines over here. And the floor is covered in nickel machines and penny machines and quarter machines. And these massive resorts get built in Vegas. New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, the over-the-counter markets are about to be inundated with millions of investors from around the world, not just the USA, from the global population at large. They're going to be playing the stock market whatever time it is. It doesn't matter because they're stuck at home because of the virus. They're going to be playing the markets. And when they can go back to work, many people will be working from their homes going forward because that will be the new normal. And many people who do go back to work will take their telephones with them and trade at the office. Believe me, this is not going away. It's going to become a new source of capital into the stock markets, and it's going to overwhelm the institutional traders. They're not going to believe it. They're not going to believe how many hundreds of thousands or millions of shares a day per different stock will trade hands. It's going to be massive. There might not be enough stock available for the street to buy. That's how many people are coming into the market. This retail invasion is going to be huge, and it's building and building and building and building. It has only just begun. As I'm talking to you, 800,000 new accounts are being opened up by some of these brokerage firms in the USA, just in the States, on top of the accounts that already exist. Robinhood, with the online trading app, they have 13 million customers now. They're going to be at 20 million customers by the end of the year. It is unbelievable. They're all going to be trading stock in and stock out all over the place as quarterly results are made. It's going to be unbelievable. Watch for it. Jan, I will see you later this week. Thanks, Bruce. Your counter is out of here. Thanks, Jan. You have a good one. Thank you for everything. Dutch, which cruise line will fold first? I don't know, but Pullmantur is going to be laid up. Mark, dump your cruise stocks now. Zane, are there tax implications to selling stocks you buy quickly? No. You buy stock, you sell stock, you buy stock, you sell stock. At the end of the year, you do your reconciliation. And here's the good news. These online brokerage firms, they will tell you how much money you made or lost all year long. They will tell you all the purchases you've made. They'll show you all the losses you've made. You can download it. You can print it if you want, and you'll get your gross number, and it'll tell you this is how much money you put in here. This is how much money you took out. This is how much you made. And then you have a capital gain or a capital loss. And you'll pay tax on capital gains at a minuscule rate because the income tax rate on capital gains is puny. But you'll be able to write off capital losses against the gains. And so unless you're making, $1 million a year, you got nothing to worry about. You got nothing to worry about. Alex, I think hedge funds are lowering their cruise ship holdings as well. Captain's table, I hate to ask this, but do you see any of the big three coming close to Chapter 11, eliminating or reorganizing their debt? No, not yet. They're good for another year. Cindy, hello to all. Hi, Cindy. Alex, Zane, at least for our United States, yes, it's your normal tax bracket. Again, it depends on also the state you live in as well. Mark, Carnival played the stock market, and we thought they were cruising in August. Everyone rushed to book up to 600% just to screw us. Well, what they knew at the time, they knew, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, Cruise Terminal 3 is getting ready for Mardi Gras. Saw a picture today. Mark, Carnival will win. We lose again. Let's see. Mark is not happy with Carnival stock. Jason is saying... Jason, didn't the Saudis buy $1 billion worth of Carnival stock? They bought, I don't know if they bought $1 billion, but they made a major investment at $8 a share. They made a major investment at $8 a share, and they're doing quite well. Mark, I bet dumping them. Andrew, we are okay. Joe, Bruce, a question that should probably be asked in your stocks podcast about this influx new investors affect your 401k or 403. You can buy and sell inside your 401k. Apparently, I'm not an expert in this area, but if you go to the Robinhood website, if that's the firm you want to use, or any of these online traders, Fidelity, Charles Schwab with stock slices, they have all the info there with regard to tax implications, with regard to 401k implications. It's all there. You can figure it all out. Maddie, if you didn't know, you can buy stocks now, apply for the shareholder benefit, and then you can sell if you don't have the faith in stock. Yes, you can take a, if you're going on a cruise and it's a month away, you can buy stock, get the credit, and then dump the stock. You can do that. Yeah, absolutely. For sure you can. Susan, Mark, can we stop the anti-Carnival rant, please? It's not conductive to pleasant conversations. I like that comment. Thank you, Susan. Peter, use your 401k to trade stocks. No taxes until you pull it out. Andrew, we're encouraging our 21-year-old senior at university to invest with a few bucks to gain confidence and learn how it all works. Exactly. There are 18-year-olds and older who are now trading stock for the first time, and parents are saying, I'll give you $100 a month. I'll give you $200 a month, $50 a week. I'll put in your account for you. Trade it. And if you trade it responsibly, I'll keep investing. If you trade it, lose it all, I won't put any more in. Grandparents are helping. Yes, this is the new wave. It is going to be massive. The professionals in Wall Street are not reading between the lines what is going on out there. There is a wave of new retail investor coming. Some people will trade for a while and give up on it, and it won't interest them anymore, and they'll walk away. Others will make this their life's passion, and others will be prudent, systematic investors. They'll just put a couple of bucks in every once in a while, might be $100 here and there, a couple $100 here and there, and they'll build a portfolio of solidly ranked high quality stock that pay dividends, and they'll just run their own little mini mutual funds in their own private accounts online, and they won't have to talk to a broker, an investment advisor. They won't get any calls from anyone trying to pitch them on a new stock. They'll be left alone, and they will confidently, quietly build up a portfolio, and it'll be massive. There will be tons of this. Sean, I got the tax from the Robinhood on the app. The only extra was a tax prepper charge for the extra form. Right on. Just a bill. If I understand correctly, the U.S. short-term gains under your held are taxed as income. Long-term gains are taxed at a much lower rate. Okay. MJ, good evening, Bruce, from Kissimmee, Florida. $1.89 a gallon. Beautiful night. 77 degrees and low humidity. Right on. Welcome, MJ. John Hughes, not 401 IRA, 401k through employer. Again, you're going to have to look this info up. I'm not a tax guy. Florian, what's the best state to live in for trading stocks? I have no idea. I'm not an American. You got to figure that one out yourself. But you know what? If you buy a stock for $100 and in an hour you sell it for $200 and you have to pay tax on that, boo-hoo. So what? What do you care? It's free money. Buy and sell and buy and sell, or sell and buy back lower. Do it. Make $1,000 a day. Go ahead. Be my guest. Make 20,000 a month in 20 trading days a month and pay your taxes. Who cares? Are you ahead of the game or aren't you? You're ahead of the game. And if you are a full-time trader, you have full-time expenses that you're going to be able to use. Talk to your accountant about it, because they're out there. The IRS will allow you to write off expenses. Red Wine, what are your thoughts on holding individual stocks long-term versus ETF? Build your own ETF. I love the idea. Carol, Bruce, you have 175 thumbs ups. Zane, I bought 100 shares in all three major cruise lines, not as an investment, but for the cruise credit, which I heard about from you. Over my lifetime, it'll pay off in freebies. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that either. I say well done to all of you. S&P up 21%. I'm good, says Eric, babe. Peter, Delaware is the best state. Neonia, is there trivia today? No, not today, but later this week. There'll be a surprise trivia show later this week. Keep an eye open. Alex, in 2021, I'll be on the cruise trading stocks from the top deck. I believe it. Carol, no trivia today. Sean, I sold Australian stock last year, made $50, 10 cents in taxes. There you go. Thank you very much. Life is all about the hustle and the grind. There you go, Jason. I hear you. It is. It is. What time is it now? It's 9:46 Eastern time. I started at 8 o'clock Eastern time today. I want to thank you for joining me today. And I want to thank all of you out there who are subscribing to my new channel, Stock Markets with Bruce. If you're doing that, I really do appreciate it. I'm just going to take a peek here to see how many subscribers do we have now. 346 subscribers on Stocks with Bruce. Thank you for that. I've got 5 videos up there now. Every day now I've been putting up a new video. Please take a look at the channel, and if you like it, please subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon. I'll be doing live shows on that channel as well as this channel, because there's a lot of people with a lot of questions, and we'll have a lot of fun covering the markets over there. It will be quite kooky and quite fun. Thank you for being here with me today for my show today. Keep an eye on my channel. I did a video today. Check it out if you don't mind. And keep an eye on my channel for updates and videos going forward. As always, I will be busy on both fronts. Thank you for supporting me on my RedBubble store, for picking up items there. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Carol, for liking my channel. Peter, thanks. Great show as usual. Bye for now. Thank you, Peter. Alex, do you have some link to your new channel? Yes, it should be down below. Right down below. You can find it right there. Andrew, thanks so much for a fun time. Good night, everybody. Florin, thank you for your entertainment. Thank you, Carol. Link below. That's right. Kay, thanks, Bruce. You are great. Thank you, Kay. Susan, 11:47 a.m. Tuesday for me. Have a great day, Susan, today in Down Under, surviving your winter. Way to go. Thank you for joining me today on my show and my channel. I really appreciate it. All of you folks, Vivian, thank you for being here with me today. I appreciate you being by. Love the fact that you're all here. I will see you later this week for a surprise live show. I'll keep the regular videos coming on both channels. Jason, good night, everybody. Margaret, thanks, Bruce. Thank you, Margaret. And KM Harris, thank you so much for being here as well. Stay warm, stay safe, stay cool, stay healthy. Thank you for your support. Thanks for following me. And we'll catch you next time on Traveling with Bruce and Stock Markets with Bruce. I really appreciate it. Jim, Minnesota, thanks, Bruce. Good night. Sean is saying good night. Thank you. Stay cool. Carol saying bye-bye. Janie, thanks, Bruce. And Erida Solis, good night. Thank you for your good nights. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm gone. I'm done. I'm almost out of my voice now. I got to eat something. I'm hungry. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Take care, and bye from Creston, BC. Gaming Tech, Susan Hurd. Thanks, you guys. Take care. All right, here we go. We're out of here. Bye for now.